Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today's video we are going to talk about where did my money go in 2023. So I do get a lot of comments asking about my salary, what I spend my money on, how I'm able to save so much, what do I do for work, if I have this bill or that bill, and all that. And I feel like I have addressed this in multiple videos, but then I get new people come to videos where I don't address it, so then that's where I get the those questions. So I thought I would just make a video telling you guys where all of my money went in 2023. I thought it would be fun to do this. It was like eye-opening when I was writing down all the numbers and things like that. And yeah, so if you guys are new here, I am a nurse. So I work in California, and nurses who work in California, we are compensated fairly well. So that is my main source of my income. Is well, that's my only source of income. I'm a registered nurse. That's where I get my money from. But I do have a part-time job and a side hustle. So I work part-time by choice. One, because I just don't like working. And I know I say this all the time, but I love being a nurse, but I just don't like working. I'd rather be at home with my daughter doing things. I don't want to work. That's just what it is. So I'm fortunate enough where I have a position where that allows me to work part-time. So I work 2 12-hour shifts a week. So I work 24 hours a week. Full-time as a registered nurse typically is 3/12, so 36 hours a week. So I'm just working one day less than a full-time nurse. But the specific position that I have, I am able to receive quarterly bonuses, and this is only specific to my position. I'm not going to say what my position is, just because I try to stay as anonymous on here as I can, and I have such like I'm not even gonna go there, but my position allows me to receive quarterly bonuses, and with those quarterly bonuses, I make so much on those quarterly bonuses that I basically make full-time pay. So I make just as much as the other nurses on my floor who are full-time. So that's why my pay is a little bit more as a part-time nurse. And because of that, because of those bonuses, it gives me the flexibility to work part-time and be comfortable. I obviously could make way more if I was a full-time nurse in the position that I have, because then I would be making full-time pay plus the bonuses, and so I would make way more than the full-time nurses. But I am very comfortable with the job that I have. So that is my main source of income, is my part-time job. But I also have a side hustle where I work with nursing students, and so if I have a contract in the school year, then obviously I'm getting paid. So last year I did have my side hustle contract for the whole year, and then I had my part-time job. So we're just going to talk about the gross amount that I made, for the yearly gross that I made for my part-time job, how much was taken out for taxes and deductions, and then what I was left with. And so we're going to do that for my part-time job, my side hustle. Then I'm going to tell you guys how much I placed into oh, I didn't even write it on here. I forgot to put my 401k. Oops. So I'm going to tell you guys how much I put in my 401k, how much I invested in my company stock. So we're allowed to buy stock in our company at a discounted rate. So I choose to buy stocks in my company, how much I put into my Roth IRA this year, how much I put into my different savings accounts, and then how much I spent on bills, and then just everyday spending. So first off, for my part-time job, and I got these numbers from my final paycheck in December. So it told me, you know, how much my taxes and deductions were for the year, my take-home gross, all that. So that's where I'm getting these numbers from. So my gross for my part-time 2-day-a-week job was a whopping $104,914.23. Now, that's an incredible amount of money for income for only working 2 days a week. But I get taxed a lot. I have a lot of deductions, and then obviously my taxes. So how much they took out of this $104,000 was, guys ready? $41,188.99. Now, the taxes and deductions, obviously it includes the taxes, so California, federal, but also this includes like Social Security, it includes my union dues, it includes my 401k contribution, my stock options contribution, my insurance, dental, vision, like everything like that like an employer can take out of your check is what came out. So that's why it's 41,000. So when I subtracted 104 or 41,000 from this 104, my take home at my part-time job is 63,725,024 cents, which is still a lot because I know like this is some people's gross in a year. So I know that's a lot, but from 104 to 63,000 is insane. So that's from my part-time job, 2 days a week as a nurse. I made 104, they took out 41, and I was left with 63. Now let's go to my side hustle. So my side hustle, typically I work 1 day a week for 13 weeks. So during the summer is when, or during the spring and fall semester is when I work 1 day a week for those 13 weeks. In the summer, they're not in school, so I have the summer off. So for spring semester and fall semester of 2023, I made $20,239.56. Now, this side hustle job is a W-2 job, but I don't get any benefits. It's because it's just like contract work. So they don't take out like retirement or short-term disability or anything like that. No insurance, nothing like that. It's just your standard federal, California taxes, and like Social Security and things like that. So they did take out $2,659. So when I subtract 2,600 from this 20,000, I was left with $17,580.50. So when I add these two together from both of my jobs, where can I put that at? My take home from both of my jobs, I'll just write it here, is $81,305.74. So that's how much I was able to take home in 2023, which I know is a lot. It is a lot. Okay, so now for buying stocks at my job, like I said, we can buy stocks in our company at a discounted percentage. So it just makes sense to buy those stocks because getting the stocks for cheaper than what, they are. So I bought, or I put in $4,485.12 in my company stock. I do have a Roth IRA, so I did contribute the contribution limit, which was $6,500. And then my 401k, I think last year I contributed 5% each paycheck. This year I am doing 7%. But with the 5%, I was able to contribute $6,068.16. My savings, I was able to save, and my savings is like things that my savings challenges that I did last year to save for my down payment, my emergency fund, my emergency mortgage fund, saving for my daughter. So if you watched my videos all throughout 2023, you saw me doing savings challenges. So with those savings challenges, and this number that I'm going to write is does not include my Roth IRA, because I did save the money from my Roth IRA doing savings challenges, but since I am not including it in like this line because I wrote it up here, this number is going to be less than like the video that I made saying that I saved X amount of money in 2023. I hope that makes sense. I hope I didn't confuse you guys. But without counting my Roth, I was able to save in cash $30,219. Now, like I said, I did post a video a couple weeks ago saying I saved $36,000 in 2023. And that is why. It's because I included my Roth IRA in that total. So I'm not including it in this total since I wrote it here. Okay, so cash savings without my Roth IRA, I was able to save $30,219. Okay, so now all we have left is my bills and spending. Now, my bills, I do have monthly bills. I pay for my daughter's daycare. I have like my phone bill, and my daughter has an iPad, so that is on my phone bill. So my phone bill is pretty expensive. So I have her daycare, my phone bill. I have life insurance that I pay for both her and I. So outside of my employer's life insurance plan, I had got outside life insurance, so I have that for me and my daughter. My daughter is also in swim lessons, so that's a monthly bill. What else? I'm trying to think. I have like a gym membership. I have storage, so I don't have like mortgage or rent because I live with my parents. So right before I gave birth in the end of March of 2020, I moved back in with my parents. I was living in San Diego at the time, but I have no family or friends in San Diego, and I was going to be a single parent, and so I couldn't do that on my own. So my parents welcomed me with open arms, and I have been living with my parents since March of 2020. So because of that, they don't charge me rent or anything like that. So I know rent is a big part of people's bills and their budget. I'm fortunate enough where I don't have to pay rent or have a mortgage. I contribute groceries to the household. And then like anything that my parents do with my daughter, I take care of it. I have Disney passes. My mom goes with us, so I paid for her Disney pass. Whenever we do go to Disneyland, I pay for everything for her. So I don't have like the typical bills, but I do spend a lot monthly, like on my parents and things like that. So so my bills total about I want to say around to $1,500 a month, and the majority of that is my daughter's preschool. So yeah, so those are my bills, and then just everyday spending. So I did spend a lot last year just on self-care, taking care of myself. Easily I spend at least $10,000 that I can even like think of. It's probably more than that, but so let's just say 10,000 of that was self-care. And then, like I said, I have Disney passes for me, my mom, my daughter. We went to Oogie Boogie. I, booked some vacations for this year. Eating out, just buying shoes and clothes for myself and for my daughter. So I do spend a lot. So all that to say, I combined my bills and my spending. And how I did that is I didn't actually like keep track of my bills and my spending last year. I just did some calculations where like I took the 81,000 and then I subtracted my stocks, my Roth, my 401k, and my savings, and then this is what I was left over with. So I figured, well, if that's what I was left over with, that's what I had to have spent for my bills and spending. So I don't know if this number is accurate. I mean, it sounds pretty accurate to me, but bills and spending, I am saying that I spent $43,219 last year on just stuff. Like I said, bills and just stuff. So I wanted to figure out my savings rate. So I read online that in order to figure out your savings rate, so to see the percentage of your money that you're able to save, it says you take your income after taxes. So this is the number. This is my income after taxes, 81,000. So you take your income after taxes minus your spending. So I took this 81,000 and I subtracted it from this number here, 43,000. So I'll just do that with you guys here. So $81,305.74 minus $43,219 equals 38,000. And then it says once you do that, so I'm just writing this over here on this side, $38,086.74. So then it says you take this number and then you divide it by your income after taxes again. So I'm dividing that by $81,305.74, which gives us this decimal, and then to turn it into like the percentage or whatever, you would times it by 100, and so 46.8. So I'm going to round that up. So I am going to say my savings rate equals 47%. So I feel like that's really good. I almost saved 50% of my income last year. So I think that is very good. So this year I'm going to aim to spend or to save at least 50% of my income. So I'm curious to see if I can get that done. So far in January, you guys, I haven't spent any money on Etsy. I did buy some clothes, but that was like for the vacation that I'm going on. I'm going to Mexico. By the time you guys see this video, either I will be in Mexico or I would be just coming back from Mexico. So I'm super excited about that. But so far with my spending, I have been doing very well. I know we're only 2 weeks into January, but still, it's good for me. But anyways, yeah, so that is where my money went in 2023. Hopefully that answers some of your guys' questions that you may be thinking, like where does her money go? How does she make so much money? What does she do? What does she spend her money on? Blah, 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 blah. Here is the breakdown for you guys. So I hope that was an interesting video for you guys. Like I said, it was interesting to me once I started writing everything down. Like I said, I'm just assuming that's how much, I mean, it had to be how much I spent last year, because where's this money at? It's not in my bank account, you know? So I had to have spent that much, which is insane. Spending $43,000 is insane. When I think about it, because I don't really have anything to like necessarily show for that. I have a bunch of shoes and a bunch of clothes and a bunch of savings challenges. I do have a bunch of experiences and core memories though that I have been building with my daughter from like different events and spending and things like that that I did with my daughter and my family. But yeah, so that will be it for this video, you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Leave me any comments or questions that you guys may have below. If you have any questions about this, let me know. Yeah, that is it for this video. I am really excited to do another video like this the end of this year, so I can compare to see, you know, how my income changes, like if I'm able to invest more, things like that, if I'm able to save more. So thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already, like this video, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.